Hey everyone, Keith here. Here in Texas, we do things a little bit differently. From our breakfast tacos to our love for Friday night lights, we've got our own way of life. And wouldn't you know it? That extends to car insurance too. Texas has this whole unique insurance landscape, kind of like its own ecosystem. You've got a ton of different drivers, from big city cowboys in their pickups to folks cruising the open roads in their sedans. And with all that comes a really interesting insurance market. But hey, that doesn't mean you have to get lost in the maze of insurance jargon and confusing policies. That's why we're here today, to break down the Texas insurance scene and help you wrangle the best possible rates. We'll dig deep into the nitty-gritty, exploring the things that really matter when it comes to setting those prices. Think of it like a roadmap to navigate the sometimes bumpy, often confusing, but ultimately conquerable world of Texas car insurance. All right, let's talk driving history. It's kind of like your permanent record in high school, except instead of detentions, you get higher insurance premiums. See, insurance companies, they're all about assessing risk. Makes sense, right? They want to know who's more likely to file a claim, so if your driving record looks like a highlight reel of fender benders and speeding tickets, well, let's just say they're going to be a little hesitant to give you the best rates. Think of it this way. Every time you get behind the wheel, you're basically auditioning for a good insurance deal. A clean driving record is like acing that audition. It tells insurers, hey, I'm a safe and responsible driver. I'm not going to cost you a fortune in repairs. And you know what? They reward that. Safe driving translates to lower premiums. That's money back in your pocket. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Keith, I got a speeding ticket a couple years back. Am I doomed? And the answer is not necessarily. Time heals all wounds, even on your driving record. The longer you go without any incidents, the more those past mistakes fade away. It's kind of like they never happened. Except, they did, and we learned from them. But here's the deal. Even minor infractions can bump up your rates. We're talking speeding tickets, those rolling stops you might sneak in every now and then, even parking tickets in some cases, they all add up. So, my advice, channel your inner grandma or grandpa when you're behind the wheel. Obey all traffic laws, drive defensively, and be super aware of your surroundings. Trust me, a little bit of caution goes a long way in keeping both you and your insurance premium safe and sound. Remember, a clean driving record is like gold in the eyes of insurance companies. It's the golden ticket to unlocking those sweet, sweet lower rates. So buckle up, drive safe, and let's keep those premiums low. Okay, let's talk cars. Now, I know we all have our dream vehicles, whether it's a sleek sports car or a rugged off-road beast. But here's the thing. Your car choice plays a big role in what you'll end up paying for insurance. Think of it like this. Each car has its own personality, its own quirks, and its own level of risk in the eyes of insurance companies. First up, we've got the make and model. Some cars are just more expensive to repair or replace, like a brand new luxury sedan. Yeah, that's going to cost a pretty penny to fix if you get into a fender bender. On the other hand, a reliable, moderately priced sedan might be easier on your wallet in case of an accident. It's all about understanding the value and potential repair costs associated with different vehicles. Next, let's talk safety features. This is where things get interesting. You see, insurance companies love cars that are built like rolling fortresses. Anti-lock brakes, airbags galore, lane departure warnings, blind spot monitoring, you name it, they want it. Why? Because all those fancy safety features are designed to prevent accidents or minimize damage if one does occur. And less risk for the insurance company means lower premiums for you. Now, I'm not saying you have to go out and buy the most expensive tech-laden car on the market, but when you're shopping for your next vehicle, it's smart to keep insurance costs in mind. Do your research, compare safety ratings, and consider the overall cost of ownership, including those potential insurance premiums. You might be surprised at how much you can save by choosing a vehicle that's both safe and sensible. Remember, your car is an extension of you, but it's also a major factor in determining your insurance rates. So choose wisely, my friends, and let's keep those premiums in check. All right, let's talk about something that might seem a little out of your control where you live. Now, I know moving just to save a few bucks on car insurance might seem a tad extreme. But here's the thing. Location plays a surprisingly big role in how much you'll pay for coverage. Think about it. Big cities, bustling with traffic, pedestrians everywhere. Cars packed in like sardines. It's a recipe for fender benders, right? Insurance companies know this. They crunch the numbers and they see that urban areas tend to have higher rates of accidents, theft, and vandalism. And you know what that means? Higher premiums for city dwellers. On the flip side, if you're cruising down those quiet country roads surrounded by fields and the occasional tractor, well, your risk of getting into an accident goes down. Less traffic, less congestion, less chance of someone dinging your door while parallel parking. And that translates to lower premiums for our rural friends. Now, I'm not saying you need to pack your bags and move to Marfa just to save on car insurance, but it's definitely something to consider, especially if you're on the fence about where to live. If you have the flexibility, researching insurance rates in different areas could end up saving you a significant amount of money in the long run. But even if you're stuck in the city, don't despair. There are still things you can do to offset those higher urban premiums. We'll dive into those strategies in the next few chapters, so stay tuned, City Slickers, we've got your back. All right, folks, let's talk about one of the most important things you can do to save money on car insurance: shopping around. Seriously, this is not the time to be loyal to one company just because. Think of it like finding the best deal on a new pair of boots. You wouldn't just walk into the first store you see and buy the first pair you try on, would you? No way. You'd browse around, compare prices, check out different styles and brands. Well, car insurance is the same way. Every insurance company has its own secret sauce, its own way of calculating rates. What might seem like a great deal from one company could be totally out of whack compared to another. That's why it's crucial to shop around and get quotes from multiple insurers. Think of it like a scavenger hunt for the best possible price. And the best part is, you don't even have to put on pants to do it. You can compare quotes online, over the phone, or even in person if you're feeling old school. Now, I know what you're thinking. Keith, this sounds like a lot of work. And yeah, it can be a bit of a hassle. But trust me, the potential savings are well worth the effort. We're talking hundreds, maybe even thousands of dollars back in your pocket each year. So don't be afraid to play the field, pit those insurance companies against each other. Get those quotes, compare them side by side, and see who comes out on top. Remember, the power is in your hands to find the best possible deal. Don't settle for mediocrity when it comes to car insurance. Shop around, be a savvy consumer, and let's find you the coverage you need at a price you can afford. All right, folks, let's talk about a little something called bundling. No, I'm not talking about layering up for a Texas winter, though that's important too. I'm talking about combining your car insurance with other types of insurance, like homeowners or renters insurance. Think of it like this. Insurance companies, they love a good package deal. It's like buying in bulk at the grocery store. You get a discount for committing to more. When you bundle your policy, you're basically telling the insurance company, hey, I'm putting all my eggs in your basket. I trust you with my car, my home, maybe even my pet iguana. And you know what? They reward that loyalty with a discount. It's a win-win situation. You get the convenience of having all your insurance needs met in one place, and you save some money in the process. Now, not all insurance companies offer the same bundling discounts, so it's important to ask about this option when you're shopping around. But here's a pro tip. Even if you're happy with your current car insurance provider, it doesn't hurt to reach out and see if they offer any bundling discounts. You might be surprised at how much you could save just by combining your policies. So there you have it, folks. Bundling. It's not just for winter clothes anymore. It's a smart way to streamline your insurance coverage and save some hard-earned cash. So do yourself a favor and explore your bundling options. Your wallet will thank you for it. So there you have it, my friends. The sometimes confusing, often frustrating, but ultimately conquerable world of Texas car insurance. We've covered a lot of ground here today, from driving records to vehicle types, locations, shopping around, and bundling. It might seem like a lot to remember, but trust me, it's worth it. Because at the end of the day, it's all about getting the coverage you need at a price you can afford. And remember, knowledge is power. The more you know about how car insurance works in Texas, the better equipped you'll be to navigate the system and find the best possible deal. So go forth, my fellow Texans, and conquer the insurance world. And as always, DFTBA.